Hi everyone, welcome back. Just before we jump into today's video, I just wanted to shout out and say thanks to everyone who has supported what I'm doing here in the Fantom ecosystem. Over the last week, I want to say I've created a few different videos, uploading them first here to X, and appreciate all the support and likes and retweets and stuff like that. Yeah, so if people are not aware of what I'm doing, I'm just trying to build out a community more on Fantom and trying to get eyes onto different projects and stuff like that. So again, appreciate all the support. So today's video, we're going to jump straight into actually Fantom and pretty much some things that I'm thinking of going forward with Fantom. All this is my own speculation and ideas and different things like that, so take it all with a pinch of salt. So we're going to jump straight over to the Fantom Foundation Twitter page. I suppose the biggest thing for most people that are new into the space or new coming in, what's the big hoo-ha about everything? Pretty much a major upgrade is coming now. I'm not going to even try and explain exactly what's coming in terms of the tech part of it, because I wouldn't have an idea of it to a certain degree. However, there's certain elements that I do have taken out of it that I do consider to be major, and obviously one of the big things is the transaction speeds. I think once we can get to a point where you're able to have a blockchain competing and ability to do massive amount of transactions, targeting real world use cases and things like that. So from everything I've seen and heard and read, that is a major thing. Reduction in size of running nodes and stuff like that. So again, it used to be a massive burden on people to try and host nodes because of the storage that's needed. So that's actually been reduced as well. So, and alongside that, you have the cap for running your own validator node now is, I think it's down to 50,000 Fantom. So again, more and more people can get involved, making it more and more decentralized. But as I said, I'd recommend check out their pin post, goes into detail, and I have another post from this crowd explaining like I'm a 5-year-old, but pretty much they go on to explain exactly different things, different elements of it. So realistic traffic, so I think it is 2,000 transactions per second, swap wise, token transfers. So they go into all the information there of what's coming. I think another big thing is with most upgrades on different chains, they always required hard forks. So straight away it's a major burden and impact on everyone that's building on Fantom. However, this upgrade is not needed. So all the dApps basically at the moment should be able to just seamlessly switch on, increasing speed. Transactions are already cheap on Fantom, and I laugh sometimes when you hear other chains and they have their transactions down to 1 cent for maybe 24 hours. I think all of us in Fantom at the moment have been treated well when it comes to that. So they're going to even get lower. So again, attract more people to chains, because people don't want to be spending 100 euros on a transaction fee, considering they might be only sending $200 or $300 worth of tokens somewhere. From the Fantom Foundation, we're going straight over to the website. So this also explains about Sonic, of what's happening, the different elements to it. Like as I said, it's well worth to brush up on this to get an understanding of what's coming, and stop maybe listening to the likes of myself maybe on Twitter saying Fantom is going to be unreal, what's happening. I've seen the development over the last, I want to say, 2.5 years now. I got into Fantom in 2020. I've had it in running in validator nodes and staking and stuff like that. So I'm happy with the development of it. I was listening to it for the last probably 1.5 years. Fantom is dead, get out of Fantom, and I imagine a lot of people are going to start coming back now. So again, check out that. We go over here, it's just another page within the Fantom Foundation. It goes into all the projects and stuff like that. Now, probably one thing I would be curious to find out, and maybe if anyone in Fantom are listening to this, is updating this page, or can it be updated? I know just looking through this myself, there's a lot of projects there that are pretty much gone now, and can we remove them, or can we put a warning here that certain problems with it? Or I know I seen Guys Finance that they're gone, like considering there's another crowd doing airdrops to these. So again, maybe that's something that could be looked at from the team itself. I suppose the big thing is going to be airdrops, and everyone is looking for airdrops and wondering how we can get some of the airdrops. There's no real plan come out yet about airdrops and how it's going to happen, but for me, I think one of the ways is obviously if you're interacting with the Fantom wallet, the native wallet. I think if you're staking with this, or if you're sending or doing anything like that from here, I think that could potentially give you an opportunity for an airdrop. Now I'm linked to this at the moment through the account that I have set up for this Fantom challenge. You can see Mutsky, thank you again to the team. They sent tokens here to that address, so which I will be hopefully looking to create an LP with him to stake it on Equalizer. But as I said, using the wallet, I would imagine is going to be one major opportunity for an airdrop. I would also imagine that if you were involved in the testnet on Sonic and doing transfers of tokens, like I made a video a couple of weeks back about that, I think that could potentially be another option as well, or another opportunity, alongside your general staking and stuff like that within the ecosystem. From a builder's point of view, like I'd love to have the knowledge to actually build. I only work in marketing, so that's my experience is marketing. So I'd love to be able to build something on Fantom, because I think the incentives there are unreal for builders and building out something. Like straight away here, 10% of all Fantom transaction fees go into this vault, pass the proposals and submit proposals and stuff like that. And obviously it's a viable project and stuff like that. You can get a percentage of this sent to you. Now this is straight away helps get capital to start building. And I think there's not many chains out there that do things like that, and especially as I said, it's a constant growing and it's come from transaction fees, gas monetization. So if you have your DApp built and stuff like that on it, you can start getting gas basically coming to you. So it's 15%. Now I read somewhere that I think after upgrade it could increase to 90%. So 90% of gas monetization kind of comes to the likes of this. So you can see at the moment the different projects. So we have this Zen Crowd was I think it was an NFT kind of mint, so that went crazy there for a couple of weeks, a couple of months ago, maybe 6 months ago or something like that. But you can see here, like Spooky Swap at the moment, available to claim, they have 6,258. There's a massive amount of incentives there, and obviously this is coming to them whenever they want to claim them, and it just adds a little bit of extra cash coming in to try and grow their dApps basically. After that, we're just going to jump back into Twitter. So most users are in Fantom. You keep an eye out for what Andre is saying online. You pay attention to his posts. You can see lately he's been much more active, interacting with people. However, 90% of it has been people coming for him and trying to take him down, pretty much calling him all sorts of names and stuff like that. So he's doing his part. I'd say it must get tiring saying the same things over and over again, but he is interacting more. So as I said, it's worth to pay attention, especially when he starts talking a bit like things like this. The number one DEX on base and Optimism are both built with code he wrote. So again, it just gives you an idea. Obviously other chains are active and stuff like that, so it just gives you an idea of what they're doing and what they're building. I think there's this tweet here, I posted this today, mentioned about the different ways that different things that are kind of needed for the chain. So a bridge everyone can trust, doesn't have external risks. Trust factors is pretty much one of the main things that will be coming to Fantom. Also it will be a native stablecoin, so again pretty much correct on both accounts. We've committed partners that will launch day one with Sonic. So as soon as Sonic launches, we'll instantly have a bridge to go from Fantom to different chains, vice versa, and we'll have our own native stablecoin. That's going to potentially be a massive impact on the chain itself, and for people to be getting involved more in it. So I would recommend obviously following the likes of Crypto News, follow Andre, follow myself, and there's also follow Juan from, he's involved with marketing with Fantom Foundation. So again, he comes out with lots of different information and little tiny nuggets of information that once you start linking together, you start to get a better idea of what's happening. Now I know they obviously can't say this is what's coming, ruin their whole campaign that they have built out, so I understand that. To just keep up to date and keep in the loop, so you're not getting information from 6 or 7 different sources that 90% of them might be wrong. So as I said, I try to cover as much of the key points as I could without necessarily going into in-depth detail. So thanks very much for taking the time and watching, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.